Hello Eurovision friends, thank you so much for coming to my channel Eurovision Histories. In this video I want to talk about the first rehearsal of the big five countries and also the host country Sweden. We have got some short TikTok clips again and some photos of these first rehearsals, and I want to give you my first impression of what I thought, which ones surprised me and which kind of underwhelmed me. Now, I want to start with Sweden because there's not that much to say, because basically the staging is exactly the same as in Melodifestivalen, as is usually the case. The only thing I really noticed was in the TikTok video when they sang, you kind of noticed that they don't have very strong, powerful voices in a way, but that won't be very important for this performance because it is a very slick and very professionally done performance, of course. And you can see the two of them there. Exactly the same, really, as in Melodifestivalen, it seems. Then we have Isaak, always on the run for Germany. I was quite surprised by this because they did put a staging together. I thought they would just put him on the stage, have him sing the song as in the national final and basically be done with it. But there is a staging. However, before talking about that, I want to really focus on his voice, because in even the short TikTok clip, you really notice how powerful it is, what a good vocalist he is. And they should really focus on his voice, because that could get Germany a few jury points. He came fifth in the Euro jury, in the jury part of the Euro jury. So there is a part of me that has a bit of hope that we might get some votes from the juries because of his voice, and also it's a mainstream standard pop song. Then they came up with a staging that I am a bit conflicted about. Again, this is only based on these very few photos we have. He starts sitting in an armchair, and the song is kind of contemplating life and the feelings you get. So that makes a bit of sense, and he's in a room, or yeah, like in a living room, basically. And then, as you can already see there, parts of the living room catch fire. And this kind of made me think of the Makes, the Austrian band that represented them in Vienna in 2015. And that came last with 0 points, where the piano suddenly caught fire. And the people that I was watching that particular Eurovision with started laughing when they saw that. So I'm a bit worried that it might look a bit comical, maybe. But there were some camera angles like this one, for example, that really make it look quite impressive. And there are also graphics in the background that add a bit of fire as well to the performance. I'm still on the fence about this. I don't know whether people will like this staging or just think it's a bit over the top and maybe even a bit ridiculous. I don't know. But we can always depend on Isaac's voice, which is great. Then we have Nebulossa and Sora for Spain. As you can see, a lot of things are quite similar to the Benidorm Fest performance. The backing dancers are there and they are revealing a lot. Mary has a bit of a different outfit on, a bit more 70s, I would say, with the pants, and quite elegant as well. So I like that. It adds a bit of diva attitude to her. I like the color scheme with the gold and the red, also a bit of the Spanish colors, which is nice. And the whole performance starts with one of these huge cubes lowered down from the ceiling, covering all of them, and then it goes, and there's a symbol of a keyhole, and then the whole thing is lifted up and it reveals the stage and this platform as well. Otherwise, it seems more or less like the Benidorm Fest performance. When she sang the word postal, this higher part in the song, it sounded very off, which, you know, we knew that she isn't Celine Dion or anyone like that, and it isn't that important for this kind of performance, but I kind of had hoped that it would be a bit better. But okay, doesn't really matter that much, and it's only a rehearsal. Maybe it will be better for the full performance. And you kind of notice that they're there to have fun and not really to win this, I don't think. But yeah, well done for a fun performance. España, and I mean, it has been elevated from the Benidorm Fest stage just with the graphics. There is a city in the backdrop that goes from gold to more neon lights, and that's quite cool. And as I said, you can see really the Spanish colors on that stage as well. We shall see where this ends up in the end. I don't really know, maybe 15th or something like that. And yeah, as you can see, the platform is also still there. And of course, the second part of Nebulossa is also part of the performance. Then let's talk about Slimane and Mon Amour. He starts, first of all, again, vocals, absolute perfection. I didn't hear any off notes, any breathiness, anything at all in the sound check at the beginning of the short clip, but also during the performance. It sounds amazing and perfect. He starts lying and kneeling on the floor. He's kind of robbing on the floor. There seems to be something happening. Maybe there's some graphics that we don't see yet. And then as the song progresses into this big bombastic climax, he gets up and starts standing at the microphone stand. And of course, there you can see him kneeling again with the camera very close to his face. So there will be quite a few close-ups, I'm guessing. And here you can see this scene where there might be some graphic happening, or the camera just captures his hand, as they have done in a lot of the TV and pre-party performances we have seen. Here he is standing up. There's a lot of smoke around that we didn't see in most of the TV performances, which adds a bit more drama. The lighting also is nice. He's in white, which I think is a good choice. That was my favorite pre-party outfit by him, was in white as well. And we have the big moment, the moment 2 meters away from the microphone, and his voice still carries. And I think with the right camera angles, this could create a real amazing moment, with goosebumps moment, especially for the people seeing this for the first time. I know that a lot of people will be like, we've seen it 700 times. He's done it every single time we've seen it. But most people will see this for the very first time, and it will be an impactful moment. If I remember the first time I saw the Dora performance, I had goosebumps everywhere. And so it's a good choice, I think, to keep that moment in the performance. So well done, France. And then we have Olly Alexander for the United Kingdom with a very, very good rehearsal. I was so surprised by this. Not surprised in a way, because I knew that they would have something expensive to go along with the song. But this has been kind of a roller coaster ride for me. When Olly was announced as the UK representative, I was ecstatic, because I thought he was a very established artist with a lot of stage presence, and that was the case. Then the song came out. I wasn't 100% convinced, to say the least. And now the excitement is a little bit back with this great staging. They described it as an apocalyptic gym locker room hurtling towards the earth. And you see the background, the graphics are really cool, like spacey, like this locker room is really traveling through space. It's a locker room that hasn't been renovated in around 50 years, it seems like. And they're all, his dancers and him, wearing these boxer outfits that get lost during the performance more and more. And so you have very well-built male backing dancers revealing a lot of skin. And it seems to me like the sort of message that also is in the performance kind of traveled well this Eurovision, because we have a lot of male backing dancers, and I can't even think of that many female backing dancers showing a lot of skin. So yeah, evolution, I guess. He sounds very good, and there are lots of visual effects as well. There you can see that the locker room hasn't been renovated in a while, where it seems like this box that they're in, that is the locker room, is moving and is kind of changing position, but I don't think that is actually happening. I think they do all of that through the dancing, which is quite impressive. And yeah, it's a group work, as you can see. There's lots of stuff happening. The outfits are fun and interesting. I think the groin guard, I had to look up that word, is a bit much, and I would maybe get rid of that. But otherwise, this is a great performance. The graphics in the background simulate like they are actually in space, actually hurtling towards Earth. So yeah, well done, United Kingdom, with this staging, and people are loving it. It seems he has been increasing in the odds very, very quickly. Lots of acrobatic dance moves by the backing dancers as well. So really well done, and I can't wait to see the full product. And last but not least, we have Angelina Mango, one of the contenders for the win. People seem to be a bit split about its staging. I, as you know, love this song. I love Angelina. I love her spontaneity. And a part of what I feared a little bit has happened, and that is that a bit of the spontaneity that gave this performance that she always gave in Sanremo and also in the pre-parties, it takes a bit of spontaneity away to have these backing dancers to have a choreographed dance and staging. And I'm a bit sad about that. What I like a lot is this rose theme, the thorn theme. She has a throne of thorns, it seems like, which she's obviously singing about in the lyrics as well, her crown of thorns. So the staging makes a lot of sense. It looks very modern, but also Italian, but also like burlesque and like henna also on her body. It's really cool. I do have to say, and she's wearing boots that give this a bit more of a modern look, a bit more of an urban look, which is also cool. I do have to say that it seems a bit busy, like in this picture. There is so much happening. It's a bit much, maybe, visually, and might take away a little bit from the great music that we also have. And you can see it is quite choreographed, so I don't really like that. But there are also some moments where she gets to shine on her own, it seems like, and that is very good. Especially the a cappella part, she seems to be alone on the stage and can draw people in. So overall, then we're back to Sweden. Overall, I'm not 100% overwhelmed by this rehearsal, to be honest, but I have seen that a lot of people like it a lot, and I'm waiting actually for the longer rehearsal clip and then for the full performance to get more of a sense where they are going with this, because from the pictures and from the rehearsal clip it seemed a bit busy to me and a bit too choreographed. However, the voice, amazing, like Slimane, every single time she delivers, and you also see the la noia, the boredom in her face. There's a bit of an edgy side to the whole performance as well, and also to the backing dancers, which I like quite a lot. So that part is very good. And yeah, I'll wait for the whole performance to give you my honest opinion in the end. 100%. This is still one of my favorite songs. However, let me know in the comments who surprised you, who overwhelmed you, underwhelmed you, which one you liked the best and the least. And do subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to do more videos on the rehearsals, predictions, who will qualify, all the things. So yeah, do subscribe, and then I'll see you for my next video. See you then, and bye-bye.